So, Jamie, what's the fallout been like? Do you feel like you've got public sympathy on your side as a consequence of what happened on Saturday? And have you known anything like it in terms of your career to date?
What do you think? I actually want to know what you think because if you're saying that, you must think that. Is that what you think?
I think, do you know what's interesting? Obviously, I know I've been at this a while, but it's very interesting that there were two similar circumstances on the same night when there's
Mm,
not been anything like that in recent memory once, let alone two similar on the
mm.
same night. I think it's interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
my gut thing is, and it's easy for me to say in the armchair, but I think when you put, I know the referee pulled down one arm, and I would have thought instinctively maybe the other one goes up.
yeah, yeah.
And
No,
it's
but
that side that you got clipped.
yeah, but the reason why that happened, just like I said, both me and Adelaide made mistakes earlier on in the fight where the referee was giving us a telling off. But he told me if I was to throw a shot when he says break, he repeated it in the ring, told us backstage, but he repeated it in the ring. So if I was gonna do that again for a shot when he says break, he will take a point off. So I was trying to obey. It was getting the round was getting on. I didn't want to get a point taken off. I was trying to obey the referee and his instructions. So at that point, when we're in the clinch, he's only talking to me again, but I ain't the one holding. Adelaide's holding my arm. So he pulls my arm and he says break. So at this point, when he says break, you remember I did say that when he says break, step back, don't throw a punch. So I thought we were supposed to break. So I'm put my arm out to show I'm not holding because he's only talking to me. But as I was going to turn, he threw a shot that I didn't see. And then I looked at the ref when I was, I think, on the canvas. I was like, "Bro, you're actually counting." So I said, "Bro, I got to get up here." Um, he threw a barrage of punches, nothing landed. He pushed me forward. I fell. And then I was looking at my corner, and my corner said, "Take the 8 count," and then told me to get up. If I was out of it, I wouldn't have heard those. But the referee ended up stopping it, and here we are.
So your gripe, as it were, is not simply based on the initial incident out of the break, but it was the stoppage and everything else as well, right?
Say that last thing again. Sorry, I
So
missed it.
it wasn't just coming out of the clinch, it was the stoppage as well that you've taken exception to.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, I just feel like the referee just got it all wrong, and he just didn't know how to deal with the situation, the situation at hand.
Is it one of those we saw something not too dissimilar with Paddy Donovan and Lewis Crocker
Yeah.
recently, where you can
The
take some,
fight before?
yeah, you
No, no.
no no
When was
no
it? The fight before?
no in Ireland when Paddy
Oh, okay. And I didn't see
disqualified.
that. Yeah,
So Paddy Donovan was disqualified for a punch that landed after the bell that put Crocker out.
that's different. Yeah,
And so it is different, but what I'm getting at is there's now a lot of public sentiment and interest in the rematch. Do you take some solace in the fact that should you guys be mandated to fight again, it's going to be a big event?
yeah. Of course, it's going to be a bigger event, and which is good. It's good for us. It's good for boxing. So yeah, it's good overall.
Controversy creates cash, right?
Exactly. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise, obviously.
What does it show you about your level, the fact that you were doing well with David in there? And I guess you know him well from the past anyway, but does it show you that British level is not going to be your ceiling moving forwards?
It's not going to be my scene in terms of what.
Yeah, that you can go beyond British level.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe I could push on. Definitely, I can go above that, and then have some interesting fights with international opponents. Yeah, it should be interesting. I can't wait to get to that point. That'll be good.
Because obviously we've seen the heavyweight division pack its bags and go out to Saudi Arabia for some big lucrative fights. Is that the sort of mix that you want to get amongst?
Whatever's available, if that's the case, we'll go. But if that's not the case, it's not a problem. I'm here for whatever is in front of us.
You and Adeleye had a lot of mutual respect after the fight, and I guess
Yeah.
before the fight as well, apart from maybe the table incident, but we'll come to that in a sec. Um, there's no beef in terms of the stoppage between you and him, is it? Like you guys are cool. It was just to do with the officiating.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me, I ain't got a problem with Adelaide. It's the heat of the moment. The referee just got it wrong. I ain't got a problem with Adelaide. Um, it is what it is.
What about the pre-fight stuff with the table and that? Did are you have the board called you to speak about that sort of stuff?
Not yet, but look, no one was hurt. It wasn't thrown at anyone. Obviously, at the end of it, we both got heated, two hotheads in one place. Yeah, it just got out of hand. It's got out of hand, but I haven't been called yet, but we'll see.
Was it for show or was it literally you boiling over and being frustrated?
I was because you know what it was. He was hitting the table. He was hitting the table, kept slamming it. So I said, I want to do one better, and that's exactly what I did. I slammed it and lifted it. So you could, I mean, I did get angry, but in a way, you could call it for show as well. You get what I'm saying? But I was pissed off with him. Yeah.
Did you know it would go viral straight away?
Well, anything goes viral in this sport, I guess, because sometimes boxing can get boring and not boring as a sport, like in terms of the press conference could get boring because everyone knows what to expect and what everyone else is going to say. But the fact that it was fiery as it was, it made it interesting and made a lot of people tune in. So that's where the excitement came from.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you had two viral moments in like 3 days.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, 3 days or so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So is your
literally.
social media following, has that been bumped as a consequence? Have you noticed numbers get the uptick as a result?
Only, I think maybe just 1,000 followers.
Okay.
Just only 1,000, but nothing crazy. Not like 5 million followers out of nowhere. Nah, just like one
Yeah,
k.
not like the Ben Whittaker clowning effect.
Oh no, yeah, I swear his followers went up quite crazy, innit? Yeah, I didn't even see that.
You need to do some of those moves, Jamie. Get
Yeah,
there.
maybe. Hopefully, I don't break my back.
So are you confident that you are going to be mandated to fight Adelaide again? Do you think that's the way it's going to go down?
Possibly, but I do believe that the board will make the right decision. Like I said before, the board will make the right decision. I'm just waiting on them, and yeah, that's it. Really, just waiting on the board.
Is that the only fight that you would like, or is it like, would your head be turned by something else, or do you need to put that fight to bed with Adelaide?
Possibly the main thing is to put that fight to bed and then move on from there. That's it, really.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And just in terms of Jamie, I've not spoken to you before. Like, what is your motivation with boxing, and like, why are you doing it? It's such a hard gig, and obviously you're at a position now where you've taken a few hard fights, and I know how hard the day-to-day life is with the sparring that people doesn't see, and the hard work and the physicality and stuff. Like, it's a proper grind. What is the motivation for you? What are you trying to achieve through the career?
I'm just trying to make history, man. And I love the sport of boxing, and the fact that I'm able to like just to cement my name in it in the sport of boxing is amazing. I've always loved boxing. You know, I started boxing at the age of 18. I come from a freestyle wrestling background. My dad's a wrestling coach with my siblings and stuff. But I've always loved boxing either way. And the fact that I'm actually doing it at this level is a blessing. Is a blessing. And I just want to continue making history and continue and get to where I know I can get to, maximize my potential basically.
Who were some of the boxers you looked up to when you were younger and more ambitious?
Evander Holyfield was one of them. I really loved it. Still do. Evander Holyfield, James Toney, who else? Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. There's a long list. But yeah, I mainly looked up to Evander Holyfield. I really liked his style of fighting and stuff. But yeah,
And so I suppose, given that you're a student of the sport, then that the fact that it was for the Lonsdale belt did make it particularly appealing, the Adelaide fight, that you could follow that lineage of great British heavyweight champions, right?
yeah, it was literally because of that British title fight. If it was just a normal fight, I don't think me and Adelaide would have fought. It was literally that title being on the line, which made it happen.
And that's what you want now, still, right? Around your waist.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want it around my waist.
And
Yeah,
is it something that you want to keep? You know, we sort of saw Fabio, I think, make a couple of defenses and now he's cracked on. But, you know, obviously there's a lot of history around that Lonsdale belt. Is it something you got in your mind that you want to defend, or is it just, it could be a stepping stone to bigger things?
We'll see. We never actually definitely know what's going to happen. It depends on what's happening and the circumstances of every situation. So we'll know when the time is right.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for making the time to do it. I know you're busy doing the rounds today, so thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tris. Appreciate it.